Так, ладно, окей. Теперь мы посмотрим очень полезное видео, потому что оказалось, что порт Last of Us на ПК еще хуже, чем мы думали. Мы посмотрим видос Digital Foundry на эту тему. Они сделали целое часовое видео, я постараюсь вам переводить основные моменты.
Hello and welcome to this triple threat Let's Play video of The Last of Us Part 1 here, newly released on PC. And today I'm joined by my colleagues playing on a variety of...
Бля, они даже не разделили эту хуйню, то есть... Так, давайте посмотрим вот по этому.
Where to start here? We obviously would have loved to have covered this game in the normal way where I do a dedicated video with all the optimized settings and that, but we found the state of the game at launch to be troubled enough where that kind of wasn't a really good option due to the patching cycle that will presumably be occurring right now. So that's why the video is the way it is right now.
Yeah, essentially there's hotfixes every day. So this is like a snapshot, a moment in time where we've had two hot...
То есть, короче, из того, что было в этом видео... Так, погодите.
All due to that, but it was admittedly rather lengthy.
Короче, время компиляции шейдеров уменьшилось спустя несколько патчей, по крайней мере, на видеокартах от AMD.
Which was highly problematic before that.
And I can report at least that the PS5 has no shader compilation process and the loading times.
А на PS5 нет компиляции шейдеров.
Yeah, the loading times are a pretty big issue in this port. I mean, later we're going to skip a cutscene, and I imagine we're going to see some pretty interesting loading differences when we do that. Another thing to talk about is that essentially when you get past the pre-compilation step, eventually you'll be confronted by the settings menu in this game. And I do want to praise a couple things about it before I get into some slight nitpicking here, is that all the options do appear to be changeable in real time.
Так.
Moving through the intro here, there's some incredibly impressive...
У этого видео есть английские субтитры еще. Ну, это автоматические английские субтитры.
CPU utilization going on here per core. Each core reads and thread reads the exact same here on my Ryzen 5 3600.
То есть это геймплей с 2070 на High Medium, 1440p, DLSS и, блядь, даже так нестабильный 60 кадров.
But just normal walking around this intro area, completely CPU limited, down into the 40s already.
Типа оно спускается реально до 40, блядь.
And it, yeah, it's just...
I see it, yeah.
It's just 40s, 45 FPS right here. CPU is being hammered into dust.
Flat 60 here on the PS5.
Yeah, zero issue.
Типа синяя линия это PS5, чисто 60 FPS, блядь.
I'm playing on the high settings for everything at 1440p DLSS quality, and the only things that are lower are the textures, which are set to medium, which we'll talk about in a second as well too. But basically, this is a core issue with the game. With essentially it is very, very CPU limited, and I think actually on most rigs.
То есть игра очень ограничена вашим процессором, то есть типа нужен очень мощный процессор, чтобы вытянуть нормальные кадры.
It'll be the primary issue you run into. For example, if you're playing on a high spec PC like Rich is playing on, I really doubt you'll be locking the game to 60 FPS for most users with a rig like that. You'd be probably playing unlocked VRR, and you would notice this immediately. And I think John did when you initially played the game, right, John?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I was paying attention to Rich getting killed again.
Так, окей, давайте продлим до вот этого момента.
Things in the background and decompressing them at the same time. Essentially, when you look in the game folder, you can see that the game has like files for oodle, performance drops.
Так, теперь время загрузки идет.
We'll click this and have to go to yes. So immediately hit yes.
Yep.
Once we go. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Yes.
Okay, so now we're doing the loading essentially to show
We'll see it. Yeah.
what's going on here on PC. It will take its time.
То есть типа 4090 12900K загружает примерно за то же время, что и PS5 на перформанс-моде. Теперь Ryzen 5 3600 2070 Super.
Does some interesting things.
To go back to my Ryzen example, then if you loaded that area with the crate from the menu, you'd be straight into 60 FPS because that load would have done all of the background.
Я не буду ставить Яндекс-браузер на свой компьютер, блядь.
Rich's PC and the PS5 produced similar results here.
Yeah, that was impressive. I actually did not expect that at all.
Да, на 1 миллисекунду, блядь, PS5 быстрее загружается.
Rich's PC. I was like triple the length.
Yeah.
I really was. It was insane. To 60 FPS, and if I were to move around, it would dip below 60. And here would be very, very interesting because once again, this PC I'm playing on is kind of ballpark PS5.
Right.
So
Так.
2005.
Texture quality, I'm limited.
То есть, типа, это текстуры на PS5 в перформанс-моде, то есть это режим 60 FPS, который, по идее, типа, менее графонистый. Это хай настройки на ПК со средними текстурами. И проблема в том, что на ПК, типа, средние текстуры — это все, что вам будет доступно на 2070, потому что вам банально не хватит видеопамяти, блядь. Вам придется играть вот с такими текстурами. То есть даже там сколько у 2070, по-моему, 2070 Super что-то 8 гигабайт, это все, что вы можете получить. Это максимум. Это максимум, что можно получить 8 гигабайтами видеопамяти, блядь.
Even though they're reserving 1600 megabytes.
Типа, да, то есть тут 8 гигабайт, он 7800 жрет у него, и все равно, блядь, не хватает.
Of RAM here in this game through Windows. I checked it before I loaded the game up. My Windows is using
Я хромом пользуюсь, но иногда эджем.
of VRAM.
Пиздец. Типа, насколько им было похуй.
I can show that on screen right now. I don't understand it.
Yeah, whoa, hold on. Look at my OS and apps allocation. It's, basically about 4.8 gig.
То есть вот это вот именно, это у нас 4090 максимальные текстуры. В 4К это жрет 16 гигабайт. Если что, 4080 уже эту хуйню не потянет, потому что 4080 максимум 16 гигабайт. То есть это уже выходит за лимит, блять, 4080. То есть, по сути, на максималках в это можно играть только на 4090.
I mean, that
Типа ни одна игра столько не жрет текстур, это невозможно, просто ни одна. Что это за текстуры такие-то? У любой, я не знаю, какая игра может жрать столько видеопамяти на текстуру, это невозможно.
is so excessive.
What is in that 4.8 gigabytes?
Wait, do you have Chrome open, Rich?
No.
Типа выключи хром на 4090.
Got anything open?
So I asked online about this, and it seems like it's a blanket reservation for a GPU of a certain size. Other people have 8 gigabytes. It's also 1600 megabytes, and it scales with the amount of total VRAM you have. It doesn't seem to be scanning your OS and making the reservation. It just seems to be a blanket.
How about we go check out some other textures then?
Sure.
So what's another one that you want to look at? We'll let you decide, Alex, because you're the one using the medium.
So I actually find this one on the ground.
Да, сейчас самая главная проблема с оптимизацией консольных игр в том, что они очень много видеопамяти жрут, и это максимально неоправданно.
Right here, I looked at it earlier. It's also really a lot lower. Just,
Блин, что за пиздец?
move a little bit more.
Типа реально это на PS5 перформанс мод с упрощенной графикой настолько лучше, чем средние текстуры на ПК. Это просто пиздец.
You're on the ultra texture setting, right?
Yep.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit more forward.
No, you're not in the right spot, Rich.
Yeah, like a little bit more
I
forward.
I can't see where.
Here,
this
look
was.
where we're standing.
Yeah,
here.
we're like right here. Yeah, so a little bit more forward. It's like
Yeah, see
an
that little
it's like an island.
It's like Florida. It's like the texture version of Florida. So
Let's line up with
move a
Rich.
little-
Марамид, спасибо за 147 рублей.
It's a
bit
little bit
further.
easier. Let's line up
All
with
right,
Rich.
Rich, you just stay there.
Мне интересно, а что будет, если мы запустим, допустим, на PS5 самый графонистый режим, там, блять, может, текстуры лучше, чем на ультрах?
Stop.
Yeah,
We got this.
don't move. We got this. Okay, that's,
Ну, кстати, на ультрах на ПК текстуры лучше, чем перформанс мод на PlayStation 5.
Дед, что делать, если друг стал натуралом?
Ошибка, большая ошибка, чел.
that's just about right. So we look at. I love these videos we do.
Полгода назад купил 3070 Ti, она уже устарела, ее 8 гигабайт не влезает текстуры 2013 года. Нет, все-таки это не текстуры 2013 года, это текстуры ремастера 22 года, поэтому...
We look at the texture right here on the ground. A lot of the scattered textures are ridiculously lower quality.
Yeah.
Пиздец, бля, это ужасно.
Look at the detritus there, kind of edging the
Try this.
edging
О-хо-хо-хо.
between the street and the I don't know how you call it,
Типа, что за хуйня, как они в таком месте проебались?
the walk or the crosswalk or whatever it is. Here.
Yeah.
It's just like way lower quality, and that was my entire when I played through the opening part of this game. A lot of the textures you go through in the environment look like this.
Типа, неужели 8 гигабайт видеопамяти теперь это настолько мало?
It really brings down the quality of the game. And one thing
I
I
have an
know.
idea too, Rich or Alex. We should pop into photo mode.
Так,
Oh, that's
фоторежим.
good. I didn't think about that.
Then we can drop the field of view down
Yeah, let's do
and
that.
zoom right in.
How do you hide the menu? F? Okay.
Square on here. So yeah.
Так, теперь они заходят в фоторежим, чтобы сравнить.
I'm gonna-
У тебя в глазах не двоится? Не.
Нет, прости за нескромный вопрос. У тебя в глазах не двоится.
Не, чел.
hide the menu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get Joel kind of in the corner,
Yeah.
and then tilt the camera so the top of the curb. See where the curb is on my screen?
Yeah, like this.
So just like so you're getting that last lip down.
Заходим в аномас
A
режим.
little bit closer to Joel, or make your FOV lower. Yeah.
Вот в детстве, когда игра не шла, шли обновлять комп. А эти глупые XB говорили, что новые карты не нужны, ибо теперь под игру комп обновлять не придется. Ну тупые.
Is my FOV?
Но официально, самая лучшая текстура это эксклюзив 4090.
Okay. Yeah, it looks fine.
So
Блять, как это уебищно выглядит.
Yeah, it just looks a lot lower quality than even like a 4x scale. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. For
Тут тупо, блять, прямой угол просто. Типа, насколько...
some textures it may be worse depending on the texture, but to see these type of textures on an 8 gigabyte GPU, I think is very surprising.
So Rich, and you're using the.
Бля, мне интересно, как минимальные текстуры выглядят.
It is ultra on yours.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this looks pretty much the same as the PS5 version to my eyes.
Yeah,
То есть на PS5 ультратекстуры? То есть на PS5 буквально ультратекстуры с ПК.
beyond the output resolution because you're in the 1440p 60 mode, right, John?
Correct. Yes. So we didn't say that earlier, but I am using the 60 FPS mode here, which is 1440p on PS5.
Yeah, same output resolution as myself.
Yes.
In this case.
But Rich is the one at 4K.
Yeah.
На минималках вообще нет текстур.
Yeah, I think this is just another core issue with the game is I think video memory management could be let me I'm not very good at this.
How's this stuff look over here?
Let me this stuff?
The detritus.
The detritus. I don't know.
Look at this like ruined couch or like.
It wishes
restaurant
it looked
seat.
like yours. Like it really. Really does. The thing is,
Это выглядит как игра с PlayStation 3, блять.
Здоров, дед. Может, ты не заметил, но Лаган вышел в 17 метрах году.
Ай, блядь, да, я проебался в видосе, сорян, ошибся. Да, кстати, челы из Твиттера, Сунибой из Твиттера были правы. PlayStation 5 по мощности равна 4090.
like the scattered asset quality is just so much worse on the medium environmental texture setting, and that's what I wanted to say is like I usually with
Не, если вы не поняли, как бы почему я считаю это абсурдным, то, что слева, это самые максимальные текстуры, которые вы сможете себе позволить, играя на 8-гигабайтовой видеокарте. Это касается 2070, 3070. Даже, по-моему, 3070 Ti, правда, я не знаю сколько. Короче, если у вас 8-гигабайтовая видеокарта, это самый максимум качества текстур, который вы получите. Вы упретесь просто в потолок. Это прям притык.
games when they have VRAM limitations, it's very I can understand it for 8 gigabytes at certain resolutions, but here the quality that you get in return and the amount of reserved memory just throws up questions marks for me. I don't know if it's reasonable.
I think the issue here is that.
Привет, видел твои видосы на опустившихся стримеров. Очень понравились. А когда такой же видос на Мэддисона?
Да почему все хотят на Мэдисон? Я никогда короля не буду. На короля я выебываться никогда не буду. Король, блядь, заслужил уважение. О, здорово, Аслан Тускаев.
That has significantly better texture quality overall than what you're getting here.
Yeah, like
Ну,
look
типа они говорят о том, что даже на PS4 текстуры лучше, чем
at this
здесь.
thing. Like look at this in the corner. Just
All this drum.
yeah, like look at the tech. There is literally no. I can't even see
Ugh.
the text on it. There is no text on mine.
Same with this utility box here. It says caution on it,
Yeah.
and that meter. See, I can read the 00580
Я благодарен Мэдисону за детство, поэтому
on that electrical meter.
я не посмею.
No way.
Just over his head.
I can't read any of that stuff.
То есть, что вы поняли? На PS5 можно прочитать надпись на вот этой хуйне. На ПК вообще нет,
Я
блядь.
играл в The Last of Us на PS3, и даже там это выглядит лучше.
Спасибо большое. То есть здесь на PS5 в перформанс-моде ты можешь прочитать надпись на упаковке. Здесь нет. Здесь просто нет надписи, тут мыло, блядь.
It's just not there. It's I don't know. This is where I feel like the port really misses the mark.
And yeah, look at these, just the textures beneath those barrels there.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
I mean, the whole thing, like the texture. How's the sewer grate look? Because this used to be like the area where Fear, the original
Yes.
2005 game, excelled. Oh,
It's
look at
Погоди, что, блядь? Что это за хуйня? Что за черное... Что это,
wait,
блядь?
look at this. But no, look.
oh
look at my
yeah.
screen.
Oh, so this is
versus-
another thing. There's issues of the Z depth of textures in this game that are not right on PC. Even Rich on
Да, это проблемы, короче, с каким-то видом текстур, которые просто на ПК не отображаются нормально, блядь.
Ultra settings has it too, where it's embedding the texture.
То есть это даже, блядь, даже на ультрах на 4090, блядь. То есть вы понимаете, что, блядь, тут проблемы есть везде, блядь. То есть на PS5 это все нормально выглядит. На 2070, ну окей, возможно, настройки не те. Блядь, на 4090 на ультрах то же самое, блядь. Это, блядь, что за хуйня?
In terms of like layers.
Yep.
So that's another issue, obviously, with the PC port. There's a couple other smaller things like that too.
Типа дохуя таких маленьких деталей, которые на ПК просто проебались.
That's a pretty significant issue. Little things like this, where it just kind of detract. Because this looks really good here on the PS5. I think the combination of the water and the materials here,
It does look great. Yeah.
it looks fantastic. But yeah,
Yeah. So
all right. So let's continue down this. Oh, how about this sign over here? Can you read this, Alex? The
That's-
neighborhood.
Так, давайте прочитаем эту надпись на ПК.
I mean, no.
See, it's because this port is all about suspicious activity, and thus they're blotting it out so you can't read it.
Yeah, that isn't even.
Also, this like normal
Legible.
map on the wall where the chunk of cement is removed right next to the pole.
It's seen better days, is what you're
It
saying.
has seen better days. All right, let's
Yeah, let's-
continue.
let's
Let's follow
continue
Tess
down.
out into the street and
Yeah.
take a look at some other stuff.
So we're just in an alleyway here, and I'm teetering on 60 FPS, dropping below.
Ну, типа, еле-еле 60 FPS здесь можно держать, окей.
It'll get worse as I get into the area ahead.
This alley looks great, by the way. I love
Very
it.
well,
The
nicely, yeah.
indirectly lit, beautifully done.
Не, тут не то, что Ванамас, типа, да, приглядываются к текстурам. Тут проблема в том, что порт настолько хуево перенесен, что даже на 8 гигабайтах как бы хуевые текстуры, ну окей. Но некоторые текстуры просто проебаны, некоторые текстуры отображаются некорректно. То есть там все коряво сделано.
Okay. Then the camera takes over for a second.
Yeah, we can leave the camera after it does that.
Yeah, don't touch the camera, Rich. Just let it sit for a second so we get a nice comparison shot here.
Yeah.
I can already tell, Alex, your bricks and stone over there on the right.
They've once again everything has seen better days. On the,
Yeah, the
These
amount of
textures.
texture detail loss with medium
Ну да, это пиздец. Здесь типа камень такой проработанный, здесь просто, блядь, плоская хуета.
textures is pretty nuts. That's really shocking. Actually.
Блядь. Как же это хуёво, бля. Прикинь, ты купил себе 2070, такой, наконец-то, с графоном поиграю. Блядь, как это уёбищно.
what I'd like to think about is comparisons to other games at this point. I looked at Spider-Man Miles Morales recently, and on the 1440p.
Да,
available
да, порт Человека-паука в 100 раз
textures,
лучше,
even
блядь.
without ray tracing like this game doesn't have. They are so much better on a lot of things. It's
Yeah, exactly.
just missed opportunities
How
here.
does this sewer grate and this stuff look over here?
Well, it's because they'll like move back a little bit, John, so we can see more of the other textures behind it. Like
Так, окей.
Here we're just not seeing that at all. It is an extreme outlier, actually.
Так, погодите, тут что-то интересное.
We're gonna see some intense stuff.
Так, тут 50 FPS на... Так, окей, 2070 не вывозит.
Just a game that, in comparison to other titles, where, for example, like in A Plague Tale, Requiem, Hitman 3, Watch Dogs Legion, any of like 40 FPS.
Look at that.
Any of the titles where we have a good lock on what those console settings are, 2070 Super really acquits itself very nicely next to the console versions of the games in terms of performance. And here we're just not seeing that at all. It is an extreme outlier, actually, one that you don't expect. And
Плавные
I don't
50
wanna
FPS.
I don't want to say very negative things here, but I also think that points out
Кинематографичные.
and not, like, the fact that this game is particularly
Не, ну больше, чем 24, это уже слишком много.
Turn around
turn around.
and
Let's
into the
go.
building because there's something I want to check with the shadows in here.
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm running. 45, 43 FPS.
Yeah, you're
О, боже мой, почему так хуёво?
below PS5 performance level despite the hardware similarities.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go.
So my theory is that when a cutscene activates, then it brings about a streaming, background streaming
Yep.
thing, which is going to depress your performance.
Спасибо большое за донат, братан. Что-то странно, не прочитался донат. Ща я попробую его открыть. Уи. Ща. И... Так. Nvidia 2070 не выводится, не боюсь сказать. Я всегда считал, на самом деле, что PS5 это буквально аналог 2070. То есть я до сих пор так считаю, что PS5 это аналог 2070 где-то. И видеть настолько хуёвый порт, что настолько все хуже работает и выглядит, это очень странно. Странно, этот донат почему-то не засчитался, у меня его даже нету в истории донатов. Видимо, хуйня какая-то. Странно. Сорян.
You should be able to see it, Alex, I guess, if you're using DLSS.
Let me turn on DLSS then again.
Because your GPU utilization should dip beneath significantly.
Yeah, let me do that.
Так, окей. Да, эту хуйню я тоже заметил. Короче, в порте на ПК есть какая-то хуйня. Видите вот эти линии на тенях? Я это на 4090 даже на ультрах видел. Это очень странная херня. Они запороли, короче, тени в некоторых местах. То есть здесь тень нормальная на PS5. Вот здесь вот эта вот хуйня как будто идет типа линиями. Это очень странный баг, но в этом плане тоже графон проебан в некоторых местах.
Kind of typical thing that can happen with shadow maps, but it's pretty rare to see in a modern game where there's huge banding, acne banding.
Типа такой хуйни в современной игре вообще быть не должно.
On the floor, on the PC version, regardless of settings. I'm on high.
То есть вы мало того, что получаете хуёвый порт, даже независимо от своего железа, у вас будут, визуальные баги, пиздец.
Which is on Ultra, I presume.
Wait, am I seeing it? I feel like I'm seeing a little bit of it on PS5 actually, but it's much more subtle.
Yeah, it's hard to see from the stream.
It's really
quality.
hard. It's hard. It's like I can see a little bit there, but it's way more noticeable in the PC version, I think.
Типа я не знаю, чем это вызвано. То есть это, блядь, начало игры. Неужели они это не заметили? Это на любом железе есть. Там мапки текстур проебали. Типа да, они показывают, что вообще на любых настройках. То есть от минимальных к максимальным одна и та же хуйня.
So you get that. It's almost like a gradient.
Yeah.
Я думал, может быть, типа, это пол так сделал? Не, нихуя.
PS5's shadows here actually look pretty great. There appears they're doing some sort of contact hardening, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's quite true.
Да, но это, походу, у всех было.
Let's go for it.
Сомневаешься, что тестили эту игру вообще?
Once again.
Блин, это, конечно, на PS5 игра лучше выглядит почему-то. Ебать, Паскаль!
Хорошего стрима, дед.
Спасибо большое.
Почему так рано?
Да...
Будет ли обзор новой хаты настоящего геймера с 4090? И я пошел дальше работать.
Удачи на работе, братан. Обзор хат нет, но, может быть, фотки будут в телеге. Блять, даже на ультрах эта хуйня есть.
Yeah, I can actually see some of the artifacts.
Так, окей, давайте пролистаем дальше.
There we go.
Rich is on Ultra. I'm not gonna lie here. I think the PS5s actually looks good, if not is better than what we have going on here in terms of how many edges are actually found on that.
Ну, типа тени сравнивают. Так, идем дальше. Так, погоди.
I've just suddenly had a flashback. We just recorded.
It, but it's not over there.
Погоди, что, блять? Блять, вы рофлите нахуй! Окей, смотрите. Вот 2070, средние настройки.
Дед, какого хуя я на учебе, а ты стрим включил? Непорядок, за это тебе штраф в 1, иди нахуй. Иди нахуй.
Блять, чел, спасибо большое. Короче, это средние настройки. 2070. Это PS5. Видите, свет от лампы отражается. Это 4090 ультра настройки, света от лампы нету, блять. Типа, что за хуйня вообще с этим портом? Я вообще не понимаю, блять, что происходит.
Like, what the heck?
Это ж буква... Бля, они как будто лампу с PS3 вставили, блять.
It's just gone.
I mean, the thing is, the reason why I don't like this is because one PC version, you shouldn't be categorically worse for running at higher settings. That should not be the way it is. But
Типа, какого хуя?
also, Naughty Dog is such a particularly great studio
They're
for attention to.
meticulous.
They're meticulous. This
Насколько же им было похуй?
Lacking the meticulousness of their usual.
То есть на 4090 ты получаешь хуевые тени, блять, отсутствие отражений.
Yeah, you're also missing all the shadows from the stuff here, Rich, on the wall. They're just not there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's just not there.
It's just not there.
All right, let's get closer.
Притом это не самый красивый режим PS5, это режим повышенного FPS, и все равно.
If there's anything to even say about this right now.
Yeah, so we've got full shadows here.
То есть, типа, полные тени, максимальное отражение.
I mean, I don't know what to say, Rich. I don't know if it's good or bad.
Тут вообще теней, блядь, нету. Да, сука, ультра настройки, блядь. Там просто небольшое затенение за объектом, и все, блядь. Я не понимаю, что за хуйня.
What does that mean? It's just, yeah, it's not shadow casting or it's not producing specular either. But it's clearly still like there is light there.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's like a mix. It's not doing the real-time light, but the baked one is there.
Whoa.
То есть, они как будто реально вставили это с самых нижних настроек. Я не знаю, в чем проблема.
Yeah.
He looks sinister right here.
Yeah, are you
with his
getting a
eyes.
shadow cast from your character model there? Behind you there,
Yeah.
Rich?
Rich. See how look
No, he's not.
no, it's just not a dynamic light.
Yeah.
Даже тени от персонажа нету, блядь, как на PS5.
Rich has got it.
Rich's screen. Looks like an arrow. It's like you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Там, блядь, просто какая-то стрелка. Что это за хуйня? То есть, типа, здесь тень персонажа, все отражает. Здесь, блядь, стрелка. Что это за стрелка? Что это за хуйня, блядь? Это ультра настройки,
It's not right either.
Okay. So-
Okay, so let's continue down the hall.
So ultra settings are bugged.
Блядь, понимаете, что все эти баги, это они только начало игры тестируют. И типа, начало игры, ну, по идее, должно быть самым вылизанным. Хуй знает, что там вообще под конец, если
At
сравнивать.
least for shadows, and you get worse shadows on PC even on ultra, is what we're seeing.
Could
right now.
just be a one-off. That
Oh,
could,
okay.
Ну, возможно, это реально единичный случай, такого больше не будет.
We'll have to
be an
check,
issue.
but okay. Now this room, I love the look of it.
Yeah.
You just stand
great.
here, like the indirect lighting, the light spilling in through the window, casting all these nice diffuse shadows everywhere.
It is really great.
It's good. This is excellent stuff. I wonder how the DVD player looks in medium settings.
Let me try and get.
So walk
rid
up to here.
Uh-huh.
If we go to photo mode,
Yeah, let's
you
do
drop
that.
the camera down.
Так.
It's, oh man, it's hard to.
Yeah,
to
I'm trying to do it. How do I go down? How do you move down, John? Ugh.
it's hard. It has a very big limit on how you can move the camera.
Так.
Actually,
This is-
Ладно, они хуйню здесь
it's
страдают.
respectable, actually, resting then scenes at least on medium settings.
Yeah, the smaller ones, for example, in the intro of the game that we were just looking at earlier in the house, medium textures look fine there, actually.
Да, только исключение. Это реально исключение. Когда вот проблема с графикой, это исключение.
Environmental
know.
textures outdoors. That,
Right.
Вот эта комната, кстати, когда свет включается, то пиздец
Yeah,
красиво выглядит.
It's not like you're playing the game at any other area.
So how's this? This looks.
Let's sit still and do a really quick comparison for the viewers of the SSL
Выглядит примерно одинаково.
PlayStation 5 and
Ну, кстати, на ПК даже текстуры лучше, типа на ультра настройках.
PC and everything here. And as you can see, they look like that. I can't really tell on this stream here.
Yeah, this game uses a mix of planar reflections and SSR. A lot of scenes have full planar.
Mm-hmm. That makes it
And like
understandable.
Бля, ебать, кстати, на PS5 это очень красивая игра.
and working mirrors.
and working mirrors. It does. Yeah. Okay, so we're just moving in here
Сонебоев сейчас эпилепсия, счастье, кома.
Mm-hmm.
and get the gear.
Let's do this.
So let's see how this looks.
Kill some baddies. This is going to be lined up in post, by the way. So
Okay.
one thing to talk about with the DLSS implementation. It is using an older version of DLSS here. And,
типа устаревшая версия DLSS
and
используется.
one thing I did notice is that even when you turn off DLSS sharpening, the game does look kind of over sharpened a little bit on certain edges. And
Так, окей.
Virtually every game.
yeah, I mean, it depends on when you integrate. If you don't want to have any issues, it could be the most sensible thing. But
Okay, so here we are.
Так.
I'm not moving the camera.
do not move your camera. We're going to be going out into an outdoor scene again, so you'll see some larger texture quality differences.
Я бы реально сравнил, типа, с режимом качества на PlayStation 5, в котором графон лучше. Ну, типа, они решили, что нет.
Yeah,
That's it.
I love the way this. All these scenes look awesome. I think just the lighting quality is fantastic.
Yeah, so that's an interesting point about this game is due to the extensive usage of light mapping and static shadows. That is
Ну, кстати, даже на средних текстурах, если не присматриваться, то выглядит, ну, заебись.
competing for texture memory, technically. So
That is true.
that has to be held in mind.
I do think if you can't afford to do RTGI, then
This is one where medium on the car does not, for environmental textures, degrade it too heavily. Interestingly
No.
enough. So, John, can you line up with me?
oops. Yep.
Так, окей, вода.
Cool, stop moving.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm like right here.
See, just pools of water that ripple makes me think of Jurassic Park Trespasser.
That's a good thing.
Okay, so let me put my head right on that,
Yeah.
and they should be lined up now.
Yeah, they are pretty lined up. That's great. Comparable quality. One thing
Ну, в принципе,
I did notice
сравнимо, нормально.
is when you do have DLSS or FSR2, active mirror quality will be affected by it, so it'll show the internal resolution
The
without
internal res.
anti-aliasing. Yes. That's pretty okay looking.
Не,
actually.
выглядит not bad.
Well, most of my textures are still set to high, actually, including image quality.
We stand right next to this. How sharp? Oh,
It is
well, that
it is
answers that.
anti-sharp on my.
Yeah. We haven't found any restrooms to analyze yet, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, the typical, you know.
Oh, now we have a gun, so we can zoom in.
Oh, let's look at that.
Oh my god, Alex.
I know.
2070 не tянет.
The thing
Wow.
is, it doesn't look like
Wow.
even like a PS4 quality texture.
Это реально хуже, чем на PS4,
No,
блядь.
it does not.
You know,
Ну, кстати, на 4090 и на PlayStation 5, в принципе,
I'm
одинаково.
getting
That
flashbacks
is
to
not good.
Crisis 2 here.
So am I getting any ultra advantage over PlayStation 5?
Well,
То есть, блядь, меня скорее пугает то, что на 4090 все примерно так же, как на PS5. То есть 4090 не дает вообще никаких графических улучшений.
for this, no.
No. So look at this barrel here. It's just, you know.
О, боже мой. О, боже мой.
It's
Типа нет, нет, но это не 8 гигабайт
a little
видеопамяти.
bit like what I saw recently in Resident Evil 4, where it's like doesn't stream in.
How do the leaves look if you look straight down?
Not anywhere is good.
О,
Normal mapping.
They look like normal
Kinda
mappy,
melted.
melted. Yeah.
Same with this building ledge here.
Yeah, everything looks melted for the environmental texture.
Well, yeah, just wait if you check out the low texture quality setting.
Oh yeah, so
уф. Ну, типа, слева прям супер лоу, слева в середине medium, high и ультра. Ну, кстати, high и ультра почти не отличаются.
It's carnage.
Вот в таких настройках вы сможете на 1060 поиграть. То есть вот это вот настройки... То есть вот это вот 8 гигабайт памяти, это более крутая видеокарта, но это реально, типа, крутая видеокарта нужна вот для этого. Ну, это, в принципе, 1060, наверное, 1660, наверное, 3060 вот такое качество будет. А это уже 3060 Ti как минимум, блядь, пацаны. Тут как бы, ну, никуда это на паракомпик обновлять, блядь.
yeah, so low texture quality would
Да, блядь, это реально Metal Gear Solid 1, блядь. Просто пиздец.
be for those who have like 6 gigabyte
Grab this
GPUs
ladder.
and things like that. Yeah.
Ну, 6-гигабайтовая видеокарта, в принципе, даст вам вот такое вот качество. Ну, по мне так, в принципе, неплохо.
And I'll show that off.
Бля. Не, ты думаешь, ну типа это же низкие текстуры, блять, это жрет 6 гигабайт видеопамяти, блять.
On screen right now. they're barely textures at this point in time when you turn it on.
Это уже не текстуры, это что это, блядь?
So it is actually something like you would see like around Quake 2 era. I'm not even kidding. Just look at the stuff on screen right now.
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa,
it looks like Unreal Engine 3 textures that haven't loaded in.
Yeah, it really does. Reminds me of Mass Effect. That was a good way to put it.
Yeah,
Mass Effect.
exactly.
So like this is once again that texture on the
brick
wall. That brick
is
wall.
real bad.
Да, стены выглядят ультра хуёво на средних.
It's alright, it's fine, let's go up.
Бля, но самое интересное, что вот это вот 6 гигабайт видеопамяти, вот это 8 гигабайт видеопамяти. А, кстати, вот High и Ультра вообще не отличаются. То есть они одинаковые. Это пиздец. То есть вот здесь какое различие, и вот здесь его вообще нету.
So ever since the day one patch, though, I do think mouse control feels fine when you are at a non-CPU limited frame rate. Like right now, I am GPU limited. 1440p DLSS quality mode, just about 60 to 70 FPS usually in these scenes.
So,
Want to go over to Buildstown?
oh wait, let's look at the flashlight.
Oh
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
They actually do have
go downstairs
the
when we're
bounce
done.
lighting as an option in the menu, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, I think you can turn that on and off, which is neat.
You should automatically turn it on, right? Or do I have to hit it? It's T. There we go.
There
Кстати,
it is.
тени очень хорошие.
If we go to
Тени
this,
очень хорошие. Прям все, от всего тень идет. С фонариком
I
очень
love the
круто.
flashlight. Oh, you're already down there.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to go
That's
so
fine.
far
I'll
ahead,
go.
brother.
I'll go down.
Should I put VSync back on?
Yeah, let's put it in.
Ну, кстати, на средних настройках, в принципе, более-менее все выглядит. Ну, если на текстуру не смотреть.
Your
It's more like tears
performance
of
level.
war.
Do you want to see if we can check out some of the shadow resolution quality here? I don't know. It's kind of hard to see differences,
Yeah.
actually. Maybe not.
If you stand here at this edge here,
yeah.
do we? I mean, it looks pretty alright.
yeah,
in
it's-
this
Ну,
case.
выглядит нормально.
Here in the PC version, even on high.
Rich doesn't know where we're at.
Забыл, что у 3060-12... Я, кстати, не понимаю, почему 3060-12 гигабайт видеопамяти.
Ahead to Billstown area in the game.
Let's do
What
it.
say?
Yeah, no,
It's like
I'm like,
waiting here. Okay, now quit to the main menu.
this is taking ages.
А, они пытаются выйти в главное меню, это занимает очень много времени.
Talk
It's like
about it.
loads like a PS4
Yeah.
game. Now quit to the main menu.
I think it's crashed.
Блять, у него крашнулась игра на 4090, блять.
I guess I'm reloading them.
Yeah, so here we are, Alex and Rich. We're about to do an actual live loading test here to see how this
Так, окей.
fares. So
Тест
we'll
загрузки.
start at the same point and load into Billstown, the beginning of Billstown. So
Начало города Билла.
Let's do it. So
Окей.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh, now
Yeah,
Sorry.
whatever. It's loading.
whatever.
You'll fix it in post.
I'll
Окей.
fix it in post. This is the mantra at the
so
end.
Окей, окей.
we're off to the races.
Yeah.
Waiting. Come on, PS quintuple. Oh,
And-
PS quintuple's ready.
Way
you
ahead
win.
of us.
Так, PS5
Yeah. I
загрузилась.
don't even have a loading bar here. That's interesting.
No,
Usually there's a
that was
loading
bizarre.
bar.
The spores have just appeared.
Yeah. Okay, now I get the
so
loading bar. Okay.
I'll just wait here until you.
Блять.
So
Clearly a loading test.
Ну, кстати, Sony Boy не пиздели, у них реально охуенный SSD. Сила SSD PS5, блять.
yeah, I'm way behind Rich already though.
Well, you're gonna
Бля,
have to
ну
get
это
down
как-то
on
уже не
it,
смешно,
Alex.
если
It's
честно.
long, you know, it's already there.
Это как-то не смешно, если честно.
So this is the one thing that is also just really
Какого хуя?
games like Spider-Man Remastered. And that
О,
game is also
4090 загрузилась.
on the-
Ну сейчас
it's
2070,
incredibly
подождите.
fast. It's a faster loader than this game is on the PS5 by far.
Yep,
And here on the PC version for that game, it's a tiny bit slower. And it's, you know, we talked with them in conversation.
То есть, типа, сравнение с Человеком-пауком.
They're doing things like compiling shaders on load and stuff that you're not doing on the PlayStation 5 version. So it makes sense that's a bit slower. But here,
71 секунда, блядь.
what exactly is going on? Is it the decompression?
It is dramatically slower.
It is incredibly slower, and I hope that just showed that off to the audience very well. Oh my
So
god.
how about we all press forward and just walk straight ahead,
Oh, yeah.
okay?
Так, окей. Сейчас они будут сравнивать
1,
лес.
2, 3, go. And just try to avoid rocks and just kind of keep moving forward
Yeah,
and
okay.
without touching the camera.
Yeah.
And see if we can get some nice shots here. Got that water there. And then we'll kind of go a little bit to the side here up this path.
Так.
It's looking good.
The camera does some automatic turning, interestingly.
Oh yeah, you guys have the guidance stuff on.
Yep. Let's go
Cross the river.
Так.
Okay.
left.
And then now we can just turn whatever. Turn the camera.
Let's do
Just
it.
Run up the hill.
I'm playing with mouse and keyboard, by the way.
Where's Bill? I hope it's Bill Dotrieve. Climb this log.
Oh, yeah, my
You
bad.
cannot enter that. So here
Tak.
we are. We're at the entrance to Bill's town. So the first thing we have to do is walk all the way to the back, run down here.
Так.
Yeah, behind the shed. There should be a board that you'll find against
Так, надо поднять доску.
on this, and then don't touch anything. Oh, I see a broken CRT there. That makes me sad.
Here we go.
So how's that texture look here now? Another comparison.
Блять.
Another
Это
bad,
ужасно.
It's grody.
yeah, that's another bad one.
Let's go ahead and place it.
Бля, посмотрите на доску.
Let's drop it there. Oh, we can look at the texture or the shadow here from the board.
Yeah. It's fine enough. Resolution.
Whoa, what do you mean? I should be way ahead of you guys on Ultra.
Yeah, technically you should be.
Walk up to the side of the board and press yourself into the gap. There we go. We got Joel's face kind of in there.
Yeah. I mean,
Блять.
there is a bit more of a fall off on the Ultra version.
Люди скажут, дерьмовая оптимизация. С Анибой скажут, превосходство плойки над любыми ПК.
Просто посмотрите вот на PS5, как выглядит этот мох или что это, как он выглядит на ПК, блять. Просто. Но 2070 на больше не хватает.
It almost looks like, kinda.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily better, that much better looking. The board texture. Take a look
The
at that
board,
board
though.
texture. Yeah, it's like good, like right
Oof.
there.
Walk over.
Уф.
That is one nasty texture.
Уф.
Yeah, on the left.
О, боже.
We're kind of ragging on the textures a lot, but it is pretty eye-opening to see.
Yeah, it is just,
О, боже.
yeah, it's the way that texture looks for sure.
There's so much detail in these textures anyway, and
Mhm.
it's all lost at medium. Poor 8GB GPUs.
So it's
Бедная видеокарта на 8 гигабайт, блять.
interesting because this game has textures authored. It's not like the highest resolution textures ever seen in a game, but they're authored for like the height of the camera from the game world.
Right.
Oh, you have to climb it. There.
No, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Oh, did I just touch it? No, what did I do?
No, put it back. You
I have to,
gotta
yeah, I have
put
to
it back.
W, yeah, climb it.
Climb up the building, and then we drop this across. So who here? I've completed all versions of T-Lu. I know Oliver has. Have you guys ever completed T-Lu?
No.
No, I typically get up to around build.
Так, ладно, окей, идем дальше. Бля, это ужасно.
I'm right here.
Okay, so let me go back
See-
a little bit. Yeah, it's like this.
Yeah, that's the right spot.
Yeah. They look like this.
Yeah.
So the texture right next to them is
Типа, вот эта текстура нормальная. Ну, типа, ну, вроде нормальная, типа, на медиум настройках нормально. А это что, блядь?
Well, sort of.
yeah, it's
But
kinda-
look,
it's also not great.
If you look here, the underlying roof material. If you look
It's
a
also
little
really
bit up,
8 гигабайт видеопамяти.
yeah.
so that layer is poor, and then the moss itself,
So
it's pretty gnarly.
so there is an art to degrading texture quality if you need to, and I feel like this is more like a blanket pass.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Also, look up a little
Это хуже, чем на PS3.
bit on your moss.
Yeah.
The way it's like the cardboard moss pieces slatted together.
It's all right. I mean,
It doesn't look great.
it's just a little surprising that this is what 8 gigabytes of GPU gives you. I guess that's the surprising part.
Oh look, I can see my reflection in this thing.
Yeah, this game uses capsule reflections.
I love those little capsules.
Ну, это выглядит, кстати, красиво на
Like a
PS5.
medium. Perhaps could be.
Ну, кстати, бля, вот это странная проблема, то, что какие-то вещи выглядят нормально, какие-то ультра уебищ.
better, but it's fine. I like this one a lot, quite a bit.
Okay.
Nice.
So we're here in Bill's town.
Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have done my bad. We should have looked to see if there was any draw distance differences here on PC.
Oh,
We missed an opportunity. Do you want to try it again?
I don't know. Can we still? I don't know.
I'm sure there'll be
Probably
other
cannot.
opportunities.
There'll be other opportunities. Let's go forward then.
Так.
Okay, gents, let's move forward.
We
Собрал ПК с 3060 на 8 гигабайт, но пора бы обновиться уже, чел.
You're natty bumpo, Alex.
Thank you, John. I've always wanted to be hit. Let's do this.
Кто-то просто выронил мыло при разработке и забыл
Here, I'm
поднять
just
из-за
right on
гостей.
60 FPS, both on CPU and GPU.
Так, ну, 60 FPS, что-то
99%
что-то похожее на... О, стоп, блять, видеокарта в сотку загружена, 58
CPU is
FPS,
not too far
найс.
behind.
Ну и процессор тоже. Печально.
Image quality with DLSS is pretty okay at 1440.
Это еще с DLSS.
Not bad.
So your 1440p quality?
I'm using quality right now, so that is a sub 60 FPS right now. So that means, what is 1440p's internal resolution? Slightly below 1080p, is it? When you put the quality?
Ну, типа, да, то есть сейчас на вот этой сборке на 2070 все это работает с DLSS на уровне качества, и внутреннее разрешение, хоть они играют 1440p, DLSS берет разрешение меньше, чем 1080p, и апскейлит это до 1440, то есть это 60 FPS в разрешении меньше, чем 1080p на 2070.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I believe so. Hmm. It's interesting.
So let's check out this like great texture.
So that's weird. Check out the quality of my shadows versus yours, John.
So it's like it doesn't have enough resolution to capture all the slats.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I don't know if this is DLSS induced. Let me just make sure it isn't.
They-
Let me turn off DLSS really quickly.
Oh wait, look.
Oh, it changes on
happening
yours
here?
too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Not that it's...
So it's just something weird with this shadow.
Okay.
Да, но это с этой тенью проблемы и на PS5, окей. Давайте пойдем дальше. Хуёво, уёбищно.
Go back.
Oh, yeah, outside? Okay.
Какой дурак, интересно, какой дурак купит это за деньги? Я купил это за деньги.
You need to go down to the gate,
Yeah, my bad.
and then Ellie boosts over, I believe.
Yep.
Getting some RE4 flashbacks right here.
Oh wait, did I?
Haven't played just so much of the game.
Oh no, you have to look up at that to trigger it.
What? Okay.
Так, окей, я не перелезаю через эту хуйню.
There it is. Now it triggers. You just have to wait for the
Oh,
dialogue.
okay.
We can't hear the dialogue, so it's difficult to know the timing. But eventually, once you've clicked on that, you have to hit X, Alex.
Yeah, X.
Now Joel will comment on that, and then eventually you can hit like a E or triangle
Yeah.
or whatever.
Так, окей.
Differences in behavior, does the AI, some of the physics stuff, and just the general feel of things is
John.
different.
Turn around and go back
But
to
it-
this texture right here behind near
Where
the
you
top.
at?
I'm right at the gate.
Не, спасибо большое.
С утра сломался офисный комп. А когда его починили, оказалось, что мне отрубили удаленку, еще месяц ее продлевать. А
О.
пока снова по КД в офис. Надеюсь, хоть у тебя и чатика понедельник лучше.
Бля, чел, сочувствую, пиздец.
I don't know. It looks like worse than it.
О, боже.
Quality again, like this.
It does. It's really.
О.
Show it goes.
I mean, we focus on this because it's very easy to see. There's as Rich mentioned, there are plenty of other issues, but it is fun. To
Машина, кстати, нормально выглядит.
textures compare.
Yeah, I mean, Rich, we just showed off a crash in the intermediate.
What about these
here.
the grass shadows here
Oh,
on
yeah.
this police car? Like how
There's some noticeable
get
aliasing in
closer,
them,
Rich.
I think. On the,
Ты не понимаешь, они сделали адаптацию на ПК-версии PS3. А, это отдельный режим PS3.
yeah, that's a difference.
Oh.
They like the PS5, but they don't.
Блять, это высокие настройки теней. Это высокие настройки теней.
There is something odd. I mean, it looks softer, more diffuse.
Yeah, maybe if they are using contact hardening shadows, maybe the setting's different there on the Ultra. Mine are aliasing higher though more often than the PS5 versions though. If you notice it, just
Бля, не, Sony Boy они наебали. На PlayStation все идет на ультра настройках.
Yeah.
looking side by side, the one's flickering more. So
Снял квартиру вчера,
I think
красавчик
that will
Кевин.
play PS5 here, from what I can see.
Right.
Also, look at the shadow on the door handle there. Do you see that?
Yeah, maybe. What about it?
Or, well, is there a shadow on yours? If you look here, it's very low res here, but is it screen space?
No, it's not.
Какая-то странная тень от ручки, блядь. Так.
Okay, I was seeing if there's any more errors with the layering, but no.
No, here is fine.
Не, ну, кстати, больше мы не встречаем каких-то вопиющих хуйнь.
And then continue the jog. Let's do this. There we go. Sun peeking through. That is nice.
Ну, кстати, так, если не приглядываться, реально
So
красиво
one thing
выглядит.
that we haven't tested yet that I've read online is that there could be playback timing issues when you're above 60 FPS at times for certain things.
Really?
Yeah, people are saying audio would not be in sync in certain cutscenes, and that, you know, there's been other meme-worthy things that John has pointed out very nicely on Twitter.
Oh yeah, this
Мне 32, снимаю квартиру, тильтую из-за того, что чувствую, что умру бомжом. Бля, ну купить собственную хату — это пиздец, чел. Это неподъемная задача для большинства людей сейчас.
the sweating,
The sweating.
or the water.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Metal textures, my G.
Так, снова хуёвые текстуры.
Really high for
What? No.
No, I don't know.
Have a very high-end PC. You're better off just playing the console version if you have one of those.
I'd agree with that, unless you have like something in the, you know, like a 16 gigabyte GPU or maybe a 12 gigabyte at 1440p, and then, you know, like a really powerful modern DDR5 based CPU.
Короче, да, они говорят, что если у вас нет топового компа, где-нибудь с видеокартой от 16 гигабайт или от 12 хотя бы, с DDR5 памятью, то лучше на консоли играйте,
Or
блядь.
this 5800 X3D, which is also powering through this game very well based upon Rich's coverage.
50 тысяч евро, долларов плюс на однушку-двушку, не говоря уже про большую. А в какой стране, кстати?
That's where I would say you're in a really good place with this game. You're still, obviously, you're sacrificing so much CPU to get the performance.
Ну, пацаны, ну хотя бы от 12 гигабайт видеопамяти нужна видеокарта. Ну, на 1440p.
Like you'll see it. But that's where you can like up that threshold, and that's where this game becomes something I would recommend to play for people.
it is a shame though, right?
Yeah, it is a big
There's
shame.
you know basically the vast
Типа это реальная игра, которая эксклюзивна для 40-ой серии видеокарт.
majority of PC users
Ну или 3090 Ti какой-нибудь, я хуй знает.
can't get a good experience with this title at this time.
No.
The vast
Типа дело не в FPS даже, который она выдает, дело в разрешении текстур. Чтобы играть с нормальными текстурами, которые были задуманы в PS5 версии, вам пиздец сколько видеопамяти нужно. То есть если у вас 8-гиговая видеокарта, вам, блядь, не хватит.
Yeah.
Будете играть в мыло, которое слева.
the amount of 12 gigabyte GPUs out there is infinitesimally small compared to
Пиздец, они... То есть вы понимаете, что Sony выпустили порт, в который можно нормально поиграть в нормальном качестве, которое на PS5 хотя бы. Они выпустили его для 3% видеокарт
8.
на рынке.
Oh god, look at this
Yeah,
texture.
that's right.
And the one thing that I find really disappointing though is that
Да, если вспомнить, что они, какие системные требования были, они, блядь, в минималке засунули 4 гигабайта, в рекомендованные 8 гигабайт видеопамяти, то есть рекомендованные — это вот эти вот уебанские текстуры. Перформанс там типа 2080 Ti, ну окей, там сколько, я не помню гигабайт, сколько на 2080 Ti, 10 что ли, или 12, и типа ультра 4080. Ну в принципе они с этим не наебали, но никто не думал, что на рекомендованных игра будет выглядеть так хуёво.
on the recommended spec
Бля, пиздец, 2070 в рекомендованных.
sheets here, they show a Ryzen 5 3600X, which is extremely
the same.
similar.
Кстати, интересно, кто... Погоди, это 60 FPS 1080p. Минималки 30 FPS 720p. Самая минимальная графика 1050 Ti. Блять.
Basically the exact same as this CPU as being 60 FPS capable. And it is most definitely not a 60 FPS game when you
Right,
get down to
indeed.
it. In these areas where nothing's happening at times, yes, it is. But as soon as anything goes down, it's just not great. So
I've just found a toilet, Alex. Is your opinion
Так, они нашли туалет.
better at all?
at this moment, it just went up at least 0.5. I don't know what 0.5 of what, but it did.
Так, и туалет. Сейчас будет сравнение туалета,
Stop the
пацаны.
video before it goes into that direction.
Бля, нет.
Toilet. Okay.
Well, actually, maybe that's a perfect place to end
Yeah.
it, since I suggested earlier that Tlu should.
we post a video. Want to help us out? Support us on Patreon to be informed.
Короче, они будут более детально все рассматривать, типа, в отдельном видосе. Но, блядь, даже по первому взгляду на эту игру это полный пиздец. Это реально ультра смешная хуета. Я просто в ахуе с этого.